Alright, let's check to see if the microphone is working, because it's important to make sure that the microphone works. Alright, let's check to see if the microphone... Alright, microphone's a little quiet. I have, relative to the music, I have adjusted volumes there. Let's check that. Relative to the music, I have adjusted volumes there. Let's check that. Okay, let's try after having upped the volume on the microphone a little bit, because it was not at max volume, and this is a pretty quiet mic. The microphone a little bit, because it was not at max volume, and this is a pretty quiet mic.
Just for fun, let's try the other microphone. Just for fun, let's try the other microphone. Alright, that sounds better. We'll go with this one. Hello, this is Vulturefire, and I'm still not dead, apparently. So, yeah, more Breach Wanderer streams. It has been a while. I don't really remember. I remember vaguely how to play this game. Still on beta patch 1060, obligatory mention for anybody who has not seen the beta before. Due to various reasons, it may not ever come to live. If you're interested, there should be a link in the description of this video to the Discord. Join the Discord, and then ask the dev one day. Ask the dev one day about joining the beta. Also, I've been pinged. Okay, so I will have to have another chat to watch. And yeah, as long as I have, when I've got OBS up, it suppresses Discord pings automatically because, yeah. Okay, so I couldn't decide what I wanted to do, but I think Boomboy Silan is very, very good. And so we're going to do Boomboy Silan with an S7. This deck is the deck that I put together previously. It has a card pool, but I think card pools are for losers. So, probably just going to copy this and then this deck and then run it without the card pool. And we'll just assume that everything will work out, right? Yeah, it'll all be fine. Oh, yeah. Okay. Change our card back to, of course, the Shade card back. Place bets on making it past the day one mid boss. Go ahead. All right, so this is, of course, a pocket deck because it's a deck that I have put together. We are doing, we have Curse Ceremony as our kind of our key damage thing. We have Scattered Mod. The Forbidden Wisdom, I'm not totally sure about, but I wanted more Shade Summoning because that's kind of the whole dealie with this. Boomboy Silan's thing is we get recharges when we kill enemies. So in theory, we are trying to, and we also do, our arcane detonations do AoE damage, which is going to be useful. And so that should theoretically help us chain through kills. We also get treasures when we kill enemies. We'll stockpile various resources for us. So we'll see how it goes. It has been a bit since I last played this game. So, as I think I've said, I mean, all of you guys have seen, like, I haven't really played a ton that I didn't record, and you just check my channel and see that it's been months. So we're going to go everything. I don't actually know which of the two is going to be better. We're probably going to go Mushroom Forest. We're definitely going to go Valley here. I guess, no, we want to go here for the Benta cards. Although I don't love fighting Corruption. Corruption is a problem. But, you know, worst case scenario, we just have to do another run. It'll be fine. $1 billion. Sounds reasonable. So, Lucky Die is the card draw trinket. Silas Helm gives us just so much shield, though, that I think we take it. I will take Charred Hobble. And, man, none of the Charred Mana cards, huh? Tough choice. I think these are, like, the three best ones that aren't mana cards. We do have a decent amount of powerful stacking, thanks to getting temporary powerful on playing removed cards. I think we take the Charred Chill. No guaranteed Bentas until here. Oh no, even that's not guaranteed. Wow. Distressingly low number of Bentas. This fight does obviously give us potentially... Oh no, because it's ally stuff, so we wouldn't even care anyway. But this gives us artillery, which I think artillery would be very good. And we'll just see how it goes. Alright. Not a very promising start. All three of our summon cards decided to hide at the bottom, which is pretty much the opposite of what we want. We don't have any transform options in the bit starting deck, which absolutely was a mistake. I think we do this into that. Into that. That isn't mana, which is a little unfortunate. This isn't smart, but we're going to do it anyway. Definitely in my head I was thinking we would get a kill there. This will definitely kill something. I'm pretty sure. Definitely, probably. Just take random status, or do we take the coward's way out? Okay, so that's definitely killing something. But it's not getting a status, an arcane proc, which is unfortunate. We do really need to get killed, though. Okay, good. We're in business. We can't replay anything, but it's fine. We actually have the white flame, which is going to actually do useful things for us. Because it'll kill these two. Oh no, it won't because of the lifesteal. I think we should have... Oh no, because we lost one at end of turn. That's what went wrong. Alright, at this point we are... So this fight was not a great sign of things to come. But, we did win. We didn't take any damage. And White Flame Surge seems very good for us. Fine, we still have to play. Yeah, but that was a one idle fight. So. I think we just get mana for next turn. Or no, we'll go ahead and get shields so we don't take any damage, because may as well. Alright. We could possibly do other else change. You know. That's a good question. Good point. God, emptiness is absolutely screwing us here. I guess it could be worse. We do at least get to get this kill. No mana there. I think I'd go... Did I just do that? I think so. Yeah, because I can just kill something that way. Suboptimal. Plus hand this turn. Yeah, I would love to get extra hand, but Wasn't making sure what we got in the last one. Max mana. Yeah, no, that's. Forbidden Crystal is very good. We will absolutely take that. That gives us access to transform. This is also very good for us. This is actually a very hard choice. The Gilded Skull is very useful since we don't have any other transform options. But having that powerful stacking could end up being absolutely crucial to us. Yeah, I think we go statue. And we'll just have to hope that we can find a transform at some point. I will take an upgrade. This is actually very good because it gives us the double arcane weakness. Which is something we otherwise don't have. This is just more of what it does. I think we go... I think these are our first upgrades. Although the outburst, like, everything is useful to upgrade. This is part of why I really like having... whatever. I really like doing hybrid mode, because... that one'd actually kill. I want to do this, but it will freeze us, but we can deal with that. I could hit one of these to... I could hit one of those to get... Oh, no, we wouldn't have gotten the kill with, even with the pocket sand, but... That's very rude. Well, transform, you also have so many other problems. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, we definitely do have other problems. Do this just to hit 0. Tough choices. Is that going to kill stuff? Yes. Okay. In that case, I think we go for mana here. And we're going to do this, which will draw us, yeah, these. Take more draw, I think, or more status. Can we usefully hit 0 here? Yes. Because I wanted to do that before we fatigue. Is this lethal? Yes. And that leaves the front one alive, but this should be able to deal with that. That worked out. Plus 10% status supply definitely doesn't suck. Man, Forbidden Riches, we see, like, this is why you don't need card books. You just get offered all the cards you want anyway. Like, for Fire Cleanse, Forbidden Riches, we're going to probably reroll for Artillery because I think Artillery is really good. I say that, like, Forbidden Riches is just so good that it's, even as much as I love Artillery, Forbidden Riches is really, really good. Yeah, I can't not take Forbidden Riches. Alright. Now for the hard one. So this will... That would deal with both of the purity stacks. you might have issues killing that many shades. The thing is, once we get rolling, we can kill all the shades very fast because of the... Oh wow, I really was thinking you were going to get frozen, and now I feel like a numpty, and this is a problem. Wow, just a problem in every direction, huh? Oh. Yeah, we are going to have a real bad time here, because I miscalculated. Point out bad recharge plays, but turns you play so many cards does. Yeah. Yeah, like, that's the nice thing about recharge, like, you don't have to nail them perfectly, because most of the time you are going to. Yeah, okay, I did not quick time event that properly. Is that the cleanse? I think it was the cleanse. Wow. Opportunist is back, which is annoying. This is extremely dubious play right here. Oh yeah, I thought I had it working. Oh no, this will work out the way I thought it was going to. More or less. Drawing cards is definitely riskier, but... And yeah, risk did not pay off. Yeah, idles have been relatively nice. We just have had this deck's just not scale. I am thinking of this deck as like the later version of it, and it is not at that point yet. I think we probably have to upgrade mana here. Okay. Deck feels almost playable, but why is it like turn 3 and the enemy still only has like short? Yeah, I mean, part of it is like I'm just not cycling the deck as fast as in my head the deck should be cycling. Well, that was unfortunate. Oh, I should have just gone for the kill. Okay, so that will work out the way I want it to. Although I'm going to end up shuffling treasures in. But at least I'm not taking any damage. Oh, I say that, and then I just didn't realize how much poison I had. Yeah, like, if we were doing S5, we would obviously, like, have no problems, even. But I kept talking to myself, like, my original plan was S5, and I was like, okay, but if I'm doing S5, I may as well do... I think I actually do want to just draw here, even though that feels weird with it recharging hand. like, I'm just going to do S5. And then I was like, yeah, but I'm going to do S5 and as well do S6. And I was like, if we do S6, I might as well do S7. And so that's how I ended up here. Full of regret. I maybe should have just played that. I think I am going to play this Scattered Pawn. Actually, I can just freeze, which is probably better. Okay, that got me the freeze, which means that now I can do this. If I do S7, I may as well do S9. Yeah. I mean, that would be how this goes. All right, it's not free at this on this difficulty. Need hand space. Do I give up on bouncing off 0? That doesn't seem worth. But I want the hand space for forbidden. And I am going to. I need at least some shit. Really miss the days that there was the trick that just outright gave you mana. That was very useful. If it goes there, yeah, actually I get arcane. Guess do that just to make hand space for pocket cards. Hey, I won the quick time event. Alright, let's go pop you. Yeah. Draw and just hope we find mana. When has that ever betrayed me? Not this time. We have evasion, so we don't even have to worry about dodging this turn. Between doing Shrine 6 or 7. Yeah. Sorry. Can't discard even though it was free. Did I discard a cannon? I guess we're probably gonna draw cards here. And then there we go. Punk, punk. Love that for us. Demand for 6 days. One of the turns you forgot to play a free cannon. Probably doesn't matter if it's still playing. Oh yeah, I must have just not been paying attention, I guess. I still have evasion, so I still don't need to worry about that. Yeah, getting close. Yeah, I was afraid that was going to be bleed, but we're now close enough that it shouldn't matter. Should be able to just go cannon for the win. Yeah, that's annoying, but yeah, have to take our bleed hits, but okay, that could have been a lot worse. Like, this is still an S6 or S7 run, so I will absolutely take that outcome. Umbral Rights. Umbral Rights is so much worse now. But I think it's good here. Mana Bolt is also very good. I don't really have the mana for Umbral Rights. Obviously, like, expansion is always like a decent pickup. Honestly, didn't believe you starting the fight, so good outcome. Now just snowball more. Yeah, like, I think one of these two is like, I'm racing another card. I know it's not anymore. Okay, because we need to transform. Point one. Point two, it gives caches give that one thing. Also, it's interesting this still has Shadow 1 Cache Plus as the tooltip, even though it doesn't. Caches give Arcane Weakness, which is kind of what our deck is trying to do. And Crystallize. Like, I legitimately think this could be useful. Manibolt is probably the safer pick by a long shot, though. I mean, yeah, but like, I guess Manibolt is... We're going to take the Manibolt, and I'm probably not going to upgrade it immediately. I'm probably going to upgrade something else. Damage up -4, stats applied. -4, probably going to shuffle. Are we shuffling enough? I don't know. I think not for the... Because I think it's a problem in the early... We'll take that, I guess. Okay, I must have forgot. I must have left the pool. That's what happened. I left the pool intact. I forgot to remove the pool. I said hybrid, and I just didn't remove the pool, so we only get one upgrade. That does explain how we gotten so lucky on our card pickups, though. Just because I am playing with a card pool. I think it has to be mana. The death field, I know, hasn't really done anything for us yet, but I know why it's in the deck. I don't really want to cut anything. Cutting things is... I'm lazy. I just think we're just going to go event there. Like, as much as I would love an Infested Rites, I don't want it enough to take an extra fight for, because, like, there's nothing we want here. And this fight could be just hell. So we're going to go here. We're going to get the ability to summon an ally. I don't know why we would want that. That doesn't actually seem useful to me, now that I'm saying that out loud. But we can do it. So... What's the downside here? We just get Curse 2. That seems fine. In my head, this was going to do literally anything. I am not awake today. I think it's because I was thinking about the Ombre Right still. Let's go and do this. We should try and draw into this, because it would get us some health back. And we should be able to just immediately nuke it with Scattered Blast anyway. I think we just take the mana. Yeah, we will take that even though, again, like, I don't think it is actually useful to us. I was so tunnel visioned on, ooh, we can get it, that I took it without thinking. Okay. Oh, right. I was not paying enough attention to the purity. Alright, that will kill. Fortunately, we can't really afford to play that. I think we actually do take this. I think we just get mana for next turn. Take a bit of a beating, but... Oh, no, it has been yours. Forgot that that's how these things work. That's normal. -1 mana? Yeah. Well, no, because I was out of... I only had 2 card plays left. I couldn't have played the recharge. If I played the recharge, I wouldn't be able to play both Focus and the Precarious Drop. I did think about it. Wow. Glad to see you're living up to the tradition of streamer of chat advice not actually being applicable. Gonna do this literally just because I wanted to be able to strip off purity. I guess I should have gone there to strip off evasion. In my head, we were going to get a kill there, which is absolutely not what happened. I'm very weak. Maybe we're both the dumb one. That is not the one I wanted to see. Well, this should kill Stove. Or it will kill something. Yeah, this fight is completely just fallen apart on me. We got through it, but that fight should not have hurt that bad. Smarter than the streamer? Yeah. Yep. Knew how to play the game? Yeah. This one was retained, at least. Oh, wasn't paying attention. Well, we have max hand size. That makes this way easier to take, I think. That would give us a way to get rid of blights, which I do want. We have to rest going into this fight, because there's a very real chance that it goes just as poorly as everything else that just happened. We are not overhealing right now, and Blessed Helm could be good later, but I don't want to count on it. Okay. Oh, we're going to play this even though it's immediately going to... Really wish I had been able to get that tough, but this is why I rested. Rude to accept more opportunist. Aha, I only had one rank of powerful to lose. So one rank of purity to get through. Do I just decept one of these? I think not. Should get me to conveniently use actually this. Oh, that's going to be... No, I'm not going to have enough damage to get any of the good payoffs there. Even if I do that, yeah, I'm still not close. Will this freeze? It will not. This is very unfortunate. So that's a double freeze, I think. Yeah, that's definitely a double freeze. Yeah, we may be toast. Unless this decides to be nice. That's not what I was looking for. Oh, that will actually work out, I think. So my plan here is that I'm going to transform this, which is why I was considering not just immediately playing out both blights. Yeah, it's not a great hand. All right, well, we did draw that at least, which was, I think, a precondition of things not being completely toasted. This is not great for us because yeah, we get frozen. I think I know the answer to the question in chat, are we cooked? And the answer is yes. We are indeed cooked. Yeah, like Hunt could just outright kill us here. Well, that's something. This is still just not what we need it to be. Alright, that is now enough that would give us 10 mana. So I've got parts of a plan. Oh, we're going to refreeze when we do, because we still have... No, we are still cooked. We can't afford to draw 2. Is the tough enough to save us? I think the answer is no. So like if the tough is enough to save us, oh no, we're at 30 poison. We just have to like, I think we're just toast because we're at 30 poison and there's just literally no way for us to overcome that. And there's opportunist, you know, to add insult to injury. I'm not gonna lie, it is going way better than I was expecting. Now, we are going to be able to survive the turn at least. Although... oh, the decay is absolutely a huge problem. Which means we can't afford to kill anything. And this deck kind of relies on killing stuff. Yeah. This doesn't kill. No, it does. Fuck. 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 I was really counting on that not killing because I needed this shield. I think we just die. Oh no, we are at... We are now absolutely at... I think Hunt has still the ability to kill us outright. Well, the fatigue is obviously a huge problem. That is really not the hand we wanted to see, huh? Oh, we have evasion. Man, this dog's... the shield from this dog is saving us. Well, I'm glad that at least the Frenzy turn and the whatever turn didn't line up. Definitely not playing that this turn. I think we just get rid of that as well. I was going to get rid of this. It will draw us the shield. Pocket shield, I think, is good enough. Because I am looking at, we are taking like 9 from that and like 4 from that. I think we live at like 1 here, so playing this is net good, I think. Yeah, we needed to do that or we would have died. Okay. Perfect. Love that for us. Generational comeback incoming. Yeah, I mean, it does seem that way. I think we're winning this fight. Idols decided to cooperate just enough. Look, I was also a huge doubter, so I cannot blame you. I really did not think that this was going to work out, but it looks like it's going to. Boom. Calculated. All of that was me just doing math perfectly. Oh man, and we get a pocket pearl. I mean, yeah, like, we can't not take pocket pearl. Honestly, I don't hate that. I just don't really have any cuts that I want to make. I'm still pretty happy with the cards. They all seem very good. You're absolutely resting now, though. And we get one of those. We'll just take the extra health, I think. And yeah, we will start. We're just going to go quad idol fight. What could go wrong? Let's draw some cards. Don't love this. Don't love how any of these breakpoints work out. Yeah, there's just not really a way for me to hit 0 there. This is a fight. I will go at some of the outrider, I think. Starting parry from this is absolutely just a real nuisance for us. I'm very happy with that evasion, considering that there's that much damage incoming. We actually have the hand size for that, which is wild. Also, the downside here is just losing mana, which that was like the worst possible card we could draw. Although I guess I didn't account for that. We now have enough pocket cards that we did actually need that. Oh, and because we were at 0 mana, it didn't actually count towards our fatigue because of a weird quirk of how that works, which is fun. I call it a weird quirk. You could possibly also accurately call it a bug. Yeah, let's take up Outblast Purity. Is there even like a good card to counter Starting Purity, assuming you don't have Toxic Cloud? Pocket Sand is fine because like it will like let me chip away at it, but no, there's not a great there's not actually an amazing option as far as I know. Now, of course, now we get this, which is the thing I want to transform more, but we don't really need the shield because we've got the evasion, so we're just going to go ahead and cleanse off a little bit of the whatever. I could have used the Dispel, it occurs to me, because I have the Purity. Although having any stacks of Purity having 2 stacks of Purity going into this many idols is not the worst. Haha, joke's on you, I already spent all my mana. Okay, so if we draw a card, we get +2 mana. I have messed up terribly. I miscounted my mana, basically. Alright, not punished. Yes, we have to do this in order to, yeah. Quick time eventing again. Yeah, Mana Bolt was absolutely the play. What pure did I see? Nothing? Yeah. More bug abuse? Absolutely more bug abuse. Look, it's S7. You're allowed to bug abuse on S7. I say as though I'm not going to happily bug abuse on, you know, not S7 as well. Sand you to death. Bonk. Bonk. Oh, right, because it itself is a treasure thing, so that's more treasure than I was expecting. Let's get a draw. I don't know if I'm going to use it immediately, but I will take it. So we can random into. There we go. Bonk, bonk. We've only at least slightly tipped a corner, although part of that is like just not fighting corruption. This area is obviously very useful to us. Oh man, extra ally. Love these ally buffs. Although this is actually very, very useful. This is also probably good. Ally health, yeah. Ally health and ally set. Such a bad idol. Yeah, it is. It is absolutely terrible. Like, because it's so little, it would have to be plus 100% ally health, I think, for it to matter. Because if you're not working with talking about specifically Trill, it's not even giving you enough health to matter. Because like plus 30% health on like a 20 health spirit is nothing. And on a sprite, it's like +2. Yeah, plus 30, like flat plus 30 would definitely be way more useful. Yeah, we're just going here. Yeah, because we want to hit here. There's absolutely nothing to think about. Okay. Not amazing. Underwhelming. Also, we don't have any card draw trinkets yet, which is obviously an oversight. I think the only one we've been offered was the die, which is like the worst card draw trinket, because especially against Hunt, because just immediately trips fatigue. We're definitely drawing cards here. So this is actually free because we have the purity stack. The only question is, like, do we want to summon that many? I think no. We don't want to. We aren't going to be summoning that many shades of this fight anyway. Unfortunately, this is not enough. I guess I'm in the rare position where I actually have full discards for that. Which is not normally how I'm expecting to play that card, but I should just be drawing. Also, I should be doing that first. Sequencing is hard. Yeah, that should now mean that the splash from that is going to get the kill. Good. If I get another kill, I will want to have the extra card play. So I think I don't, or the extra mana. So I think we don't do that. Do we just go for the kill? I think so. And then we eat the other fatigue stack because we can. I can do this, but it doesn't really get rid of anything I care about. So I don't think I'm willing. I don't think it's worth even giving up the purity. Yeah, I'm much happier blocking a Dispel. Plus that split out of rolls, the base cannon actually split him. Absolutely, yeah, you're correct. That is what I should do. It's on me for not thinking of it. It's a little bit awkward, but it will let me bounce off 0, which I would like to do. I think that's lethal. Yeah, that is absolutely lethal. I am very smart. I needed to play that. And my brain was just like, ooh, I need to get my recharge out. Fortunately, it's not going to matter, but... Because, yeah, I'm pretty sure I have lethal off just, like, doing cannon blast stuff with these recharges. But... is it actually Maelstrom? I do like Special Focus a lot, but Maelstrom is expensive is the big thing. It is funny though, seeing like the expensive card versus all the mana cards. What do you think? Do I just go? Can I afford the Maelstrom? Do we think, or do I just go like Special Focus for the mana? I also kind of need more draw at this point. I think draw is kind of my weakest link. Maelstrom's minus purity, this is true. This is also minus purity, just minus purity on me. Yeah, I think I kind of still need to take it. Well, we took this, but it's like not an amazing mana card. This is arcane weakness. We'll take it. This is probably good. Yeah, this is probably good. This is still like plus percent status applied, but like between that and the gear, we are now up to, I think, 50% status applied. Yeah, we are at a full plus 50% status applied, which I think should be enough. Unfortunate. Can I replay this with everything else I want to do? No. Plus percent status increase. No, because I want. There's also like a +2 status increase, which is the thing that I want. Yeah, okay, that will indeed get that kill. We can draw more, so I think we do. Wasn't good enough now. Yeah, it is. But I don't think without the Ether Mantle that it would have been. Because like we already had plus 10%. We were still only at 10. So another plus 10% was definitely not getting us to 12. To do this, we can't really draw more cards. Aside from these. So it may actually just be Charred Hobble. But if it's Charred Hobble, I shouldn't have played the second mana card. Oh, I make mistakes. It's important. One of the important things to learn is not to... if you make a misplay and you have another play, that doesn't mean that like you have to commit to making even more worse plays just because they technically support your initial misplay. Really? Hey, that is exactly the number we want. That is exactly a good enough number. Thinking. That is... So I need to play 4 more cards. So to get a free detonation. So that's not going to work. I should have played that. Alright. We get so close, but not quite on this kill. Alright. Let me just go. Oh, we can just do that. That is not the one we are looking for. That is. Yep. That was max hand size again, wasn't it? Yeah. Love that for us. Let's go through here. This fight could be a pain in the butt. However, I don't think we want to bother taking an extra fight just because of it. Oh, it's a sun fight. I wasn't even paying enough attention to realize it was a sun fight. That's actually a nuisance. Okay, I think we just go ahead and play that now. Do we? No. I think also upgrading that makes a ton of sense because Arcane League 3 means that we get to 12 in only 4 card plays, whereas with Arcane League 2 it takes us 6. And that's a pretty huge difference. I can draw 1 here. I can draw 1 here guaranteed, or I can just like keep treasuring. And I think even with the threat of opportunists, I would rather just draw 2. We didn't find mana anyway. Obviously, very happy to have killed 1 on turn 1. Rude. This looks very clear. I don't think that's going to change 44, so I have high hopes for it. Yeah, like, I knew Boom Boy was good, so I'm not too surprised by this, especially because, like, turns out that past me did know what I was doing with this card pool, which is frankly astonishing. A surprise, to be sure, but a welcome one. I guess that will kill. That will also kill, though, so we're going to do that. Alright, that's not quite lethal. Do I do this? I think so. I think I do get these back one more time before. There is not mana left in the draw pool, so... might as well do that, mostly just so that I can do this. Nice 40 damage detonation. Alright. Because that's not a detonation. No, this might make it a detonation, so I guess we'll find out. Yes, that is actually exactly a detonation. I think we go for it then. Yeah, that will kill. Bit surprised that it works, but I guess it falls under the let me create a bunch of cards from the Shadow Realm to make this unplayable hand in a major. Yeah, absolutely. Anytime you're able to just like generate cards out of nowhere is very good, turns out. Wow, got it all the way down doing only 3/3/3. That's kind of hilarious. Especially since I'm still vulnerable. Fatigue is not blockable, tragically. Oh, throwing cards in for root. Sorry. Okay. So. Evaded. Perfect. Perfect. You have 10 player doors. Yeah, but even still, like, they also have plus 80%, so. I mean, it's probably Invigorating Sunlight, because it's Invigorating Sunlight. We aren't doing strikes. Sure. That's kind of hilarious with, actually, that would still leave us like negative 20%. It brings it to 0% crit chance. That doesn't seem worth it. I mean, that's good. But I think like Focus Plus is, oh, not that. I just don't hate the Creative Outburst Plus, just because that's more draw. I just don't hate this to just like give us a cleanse that we can actually play, which is kind of an issue right now. We can't actually play it. That upgrade is now terrible. Doesn't no transform 2 things, which sometimes is good. especially as we get into later. Probably we'll do that transformation. Might do this upgrade at the end of A2. Yeah, I think I like Outburst Plus. I think the cut might now be Forbidden Wisdom. Because we have enough other summoning options, and we even also have another heal option, so like we're just giving up the growth, which is not a huge concern. Yeah, Forbidden Wisdom can go at this point. Awkward. Yeah, I don't have a great way to get to 0. Yeah, that's not good enough yet. I can ice you, although that doesn't actually do anything. Please actually probably just do that. May go for mana here. The problem here is this fortress. Okay, no, I've got a plan. Return Reflect Shield would be a good upgrade. On one hand, it would fully save you. Could fully save you. Yeah. Am I just wasting... But at least... Oh no, it won't leave with no mana because... Oh, of course, you're not dead anymore because I am playing in the sun weather. Critting there would actually be bad if I want to play that, which I do. True, I didn't even think about that, but like, I don't give the, like, 30% chance is way too high of a chance to just, like, mess up my turn. See, like, I'm just going to crit every single time. Oh no, my crit chance is actually 80% because I have critical as well. So it was 80%. So yeah, that explains why I'm critting so much. Rude. Keep stacking powerful, I think. Goodbye. All right, let me grab that. Really, let me see some mana there. Hey, bonus max health. Evasion is annoying. Now get rid of the evasion. And now, yeah, that'll do it. Okay. I mean, Icy Revelry is always good. I think we just take the Icy Revelry. Yeah, okay. Out of curiosity. All right, 10% extra on tough, that's nice. And 5% extra on weak. Not bad. Yeah. Okay. Huh. So obviously we're getting rid of the Doomsday Clock, because Doomsday Clock is useless. Just a question, do we go Blood Contract or Mana Spores? This is in the Transform. This Transform on demand, which I do like. But I think the guaranteed mana, it would have come in handy more often so far. And we'll just take the energy. Okay. Boss fight. I don't... This is not a boss fight that I'm used to thinking of as being a problem, so I guess we'll see if that is just my arrogance speaking, or if this is actually going to end up just being not a problem. Awkward. I want to do this into that to hit 0, but then we don't get the charging focus bonus. I think that's fine. We're not going to get our Kinleak on that at this rate. Which is fine, I think. Could we just look at our Kinleak from that? Because you now die. Love it when I just don't have to worry about an opportunist attack. Especially from a boss, because it's just so rare that I can just ignore a boss opportunist attack. How long is the stream going? Hour and 30. I can stream again tomorrow, so I'm debating on if I want to break after Area 2 or not. Might break after Area 3 mid-boss, just knowing how long Area 4 can take in S7. I guess we'll look at Area 3 and then see how many fights it's looking like it'll be. Yeah, okay, we'll just go ahead and pop. That feels reasonable? Yeah, okay. Oh, I'm just pressing the wrong buttons. Yeah, fatigue is annoying, but... Fortunately, this is not a turn where we are in serious danger, so... Alright. Anyway. Oh no, let me turn this. The left side. Yeah. I could actually just play this. That may actually be what I do. I can just play this because we have the purity, and then that gets rid of like one rank of. Yeah, we're just gonna do that. I'm considering. I think I do that. Okay. Unfortunately, we are looking at hitting a whatever stack. I think we do this. We pitch the Werbot Strike and the Icy Revelry. Or that we may... Do we pitch the Oath? Guess it depends on how much deep I plan on going this turn. Could also just pitch the cannon. I don't pitch both my damage sources. I think it's the Oath or the Revelry, depending on how deep I plan on going. I guess the advantage is like Oath leaves up more options. Yeah, I think that's what we do. I didn't think about the fact that this thing is so deep on. I should have kept. I wasn't paying attention, thinking about the taunt. It's actually a major nuisance. Yeah, okay, so that would pop... That doesn't even pop the taunt, but it would kill this. Which is good enough. Because now I can play that. I mean, I could have played it anyway, but like now I can play it without being in trouble. Now I can get rid of the taunt with that. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so one more card is going to blow you up again, which means that should kill you. Boom. Okay, this is definitely going to kill you immediately. Yep. And yeah, I think we can just kill everything here. Yep. That'll be it. Okay. Thinking. So I haven't modified this card pool, I think, because I like Prismatic Strike largely because Guarded Strike used to be just like free Infinite Shield. Although Tempest Strike is still very good here. Like Tempest Strike is very good to this deck, I think, especially with the statue. Like picking this up was absolutely the correct play. Rainbow Focus is definitely not bad, but I don't know that it's good. Mystic Shadow Blast. This was a card I wanted to try, but I wasn't sure if it was good, and I think it's still bad. Reading it again. Yeah, I just don't think this is a good card. So I think it's Prismatic Strike. Well, like the Rainbow Focus is still reasonable. The problem with Prismatic Strike is that it kind of really needs the upgrade, whereas I can take the Rainbow Focus without feeling like I need to upgrade it. And I would like to upgrade the Arcane Shriek, I think, for the reasons that I talked about. Thoughts from y'all? The other card here I want to say is still useless to us. Yeah, Brilliant Blade is still bad. Yeah, Brilliant Blast is useless completely to us, and yeah, that's not anything. So I think it's reroll or Rainbow Focus here. Is what I've talked myself into. Thoughts? Give like 10 seconds, and then I will just take the Rainbow Focus. Okay, no, Rainbow Focus it is. No. This is a draw trinket. But it's not an amazing draw trinket. I think I may take it over the Mana Spore. I think we're past the point where the summoning remote matters. Like, it was useful to... Well, it's that or the White Flame Pet. I don't know the White Flame Pet matters either, is the thing. This is 20% extra on turn 1. That does actually matter. Maybe we do cut the summoning remote. Yeah, let's cut the summoning remote. And yeah, I think this extra point of Arcane Leak is very important. And removing things still requires too much brain power. So let's look at A3. If you don't consider Brilliant Blade to be particularly impressive on an enemy summon deck. Why would I... so for context, because it's not in the stream, Dervid says, it's interesting you don't consider Brilliant Blade to be particularly impressive on an enemy summon deck. What about powerful doesn't interest you? Because it's just only 3 powerful, and this deck has other ways to get powerful. I don't want to spend a card that has timing restrictions that could potentially fail to get powerful, because I just don't think that's where this deck is. I don't think that's the angle this deck is failing on if this deck is failing. All right, so we could do... This is relatively short. A3. May do one more fight and then call it. Yeah, I think I do one fight just so I've cemented what my plan is. We have very little cleanse, which is absolutely risking life and limb. But I'm sure it's fine. So yeah, last fight of the stream. And then we will pick this up tomorrow at probably same start time. I think I might decept the this just so we can hit 0. And then let's go Shock Rune. Oh, for a second, what that shows? Remember what it is? Yeah. Donk donk. Tomorrow the start time will be fast asleep, but I believe you can still win without your mates back. I can do it earlier tomorrow because it's Saturday. If you would be available, like, because I listed the 2 start times today, and I can do basically same possible start times tomorrow. If the 4 hours earlier start time works better for you, because like you're currently my only viewer, so I'm absolutely willing to. Well, I guess not. I have 2 viewers, I guess, but I have 2 viewers, so I guess it depends on like whatever works best for both of you. Doop. I should just take the draw anyway, even though it fatigues me. I have a bad habit of not taking draw because I don't think I need it, because it's not immediately my plan to play a draw card, even though like I would have liked to have had a draw as an option now. Kills everyone 10 just flat. Just have to do that. Oh right, I still have this. I still have these 2, which I have just forgotten that I have because showed up relatively late into the proceedings. I should kill you. Didn't need to do that. I just was not paying attention to how much mana I had. Right, let's get 10 mana there. And we just bounce back to value. Oh, right, Berserk. Which is actually the one thing that we haven't dealt with so far. This is the first area that Hunger's been active. Either one works? Okay. Early one works? Okay, yeah, so we will plan for... And I will post that time as a confirmation in chat after we get on with this fight. Yeah, should have seen what's better. But on the other hand, I think I can get that kill off of just... Arcane Link anyway, hopefully. Or I guess off of that. Don't want to play this if I can avoid it. I think I can just get the kill. If I can just win the fight without doing that, it'd be nice. Well, I guess now is the decision point. How much damage do I have here? Because I'm going to run out of shock here in a moment. Guess we will find out if I have enough. All right. And there we go. I'm just in turn with all that trash in hand. And there we go. Treasure map seems good. Should be playing enough cards for that easily. All right. So that will be it for this stream. Tune in tomorrow to see the continuing adventures of Boomboy Silan. Until then, toodles.